my past, but you take me now. Now that I'm trying to love you, you show me down. Your love so real, I'll be for the play. I want to stay with you. The songwriting process that they don't know was interesting. It was a collaboration between myself and Tim Kelly and Bob Robinson, known as Tim and Bob. And yeah, it was a beautiful thing because it was kind of the same thing as Waiting on You in terms of when I hear a track, if I relate to it. Usually I produce my music myself, but in the case of working as a collaboration with someone, if they play me a track and right away I'm singing ideas to it right away, then you know you hooked me, you know what I mean, and you got me. So now with the track being done by Tim and Bob, I was set to write a really dope record to this beautiful, bed that they made for me. And so, yeah, I think it really started with the sentiment of don't listen to what people say. Let's not have our relationship be about hearsay and what your friends are feeling and all this, because otherwise this is a relationship with all of them and you. It's like, I just want to have a relationship with you. How can we keep this intimate in between us? And the trust has got to be there. So, they don't know about this here, and it all sort of like came together in a very linear way, in a very short time. I had the hook already written in terms of like when I heard the song, that was the first thing I wrote. Don't listen to what people say, they don't know about you and me. Put it out your mind because it's jealousy, they don't know about this here. And I felt like that was a theme to really kind of marinate on and allow to kind of, let the words kind of come to me. So it's more like, talking to somebody as opposed to, writing a song. I really want it to be almost like a conversation, if you will, very intimate conversation. So, and it's also kind of like confrontational too as well. Like, it's saying, heard about my past, the things I used to do, the games I used to play, the girls that didn't last, It's describing all of the insecurities that get talked about, in a relationship. If you're questioning your man, you know what I'm saying? As a woman, if you're questioning your man, you're coming into it like, I heard blah, 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 or whatever, It sounds to me like we need to have a little talk, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, so that's what the song is about. It's about having that little talk, reassuring the person that you're with that nobody on the side could say what this is. This is between you and I, and they don't know about it. Tupac and I collaborated on the song Are You Still Down while he was alive here with his feet on the planet, and in the studio together, and wrote the record together. It was interesting. He was singing a lot in the studio that day, which was really cool for Tupac to be singing, because he was showing me, girl, it's alright, baby. He didn't have that voice like that, but he knew how to catch a tone, and he could keep the tone. He sang in his records sometimes. Nothing but a gangster party. He had that little tone. So Tupac would sing the song to me, and he'd say, like, yeah, man, you gotta sing that with your all. You gotta give that your all. Take that back to the beginning, man. I want to hear it from the top and sing it down. I want to just hear you just. He was really charismatic. So what you hear on that record is Tupac really pushing me in terms of like being on the other side of the window at the booth. You know what I mean? In the recording studio, like pressing that button and be like, all right, bro, one more time, and I want you to just kill it. I need to feel this, you know what I mean? So he had that charisma that brought me to sing that song, like with that emotion that I have in that song, which I always listen back to. I'm like, God, like that guy's, that's what I sound like when Tupac's in the room, you know what I mean? That's what I sound like when I'm working with Tupac Shakur. It was 2 weeks before his passing. And it was such a beautiful experience to have with him in the studio, to talk to him about my relationship that I was going through and how there was some ups and downs. Actually, I was broken up from my current girlfriend at that time. which was a long-term relationship, and I was really heartbroken. So we were like more or less like, let's get back at our exes, like on a, not get back at them, but like more like you called them on a late night or whatever. You saw them out somewhere, you know, are you still down? Like, you know, I know you're out there probably lonely or not, but listen, I need to know, are you still down? So the song really kind of like is a romantic record, and it's also about like a lot of things that are kind of personal to me. At that time I was 21, so I think I might even been writing about like the first time that I took my girl's virginity, like her, you know what I mean, on that record. It's like, you know, you were crying when it was raining when you gave it to me. Like, to me, I know that's going hella deep, but like that's what I was thinking about when I was writing that lyric. Was like, wow, like, you know what I mean, like I was your first, so like, wow, you know, like that's hella deep. And thinking back now after all these years, you know, are you still down? You know, because I haven't seen you in a while. So yeah, that's what's up.
Still down for me, baby. Are you still there? You still down for me?